How do Chinese restaurants cook so fast? It's a lot like Mexican restaurants. They may have 100 things on the menu, but really, it's like 5 things combined differently. Lots of dishes are fried in a wok in hot oil. This is an extremely fast cooking method where food cooks in seconds. Everything is prepared and cut in advance, so they are just tossing stuff into the oil, frying, plating. A lot of Chinese recipes are designed to be cooked really quickly. When you slice the ingredients thinly and use a very hot wok, it will cook in a couple of minutes. A lot of Chinese restaurant menus are also designed to use the same ingredients and sauces in different combinations to be able to make lots of different dishes. A general rule for all restaurants is to have as much of the prep work done before customers start ordering food, so that they only need to do the final few minutes of work once an order comes in. The vegetables are already sliced, the sauce is already made, there's a bunch of rice ready to go, etc. Prepped ingredients. Chinese here. Most Chinese dishes you can find in a Chinese restaurant in or outside China are half pre-cooked. They are prepared in advance. If you order, they'll just finalize the making and serve it to you. If you don't believe me, go search for some Chinese food recipes on internet and you'll know how long it's gonna actually take to make it from the beginning. Someone asked about this in another sub. What is this, some AI that only asks about Chinese restaurants? I worked at an Asian takeout restaurant for years. The whole menu is really just a list of the same few things prepared in different combinations. Sauces are prepared ahead of time, vegetables and meat are pre-cut ahead of time and organized in containers in large coolers. Rice is cooked in massive industrial cookers at open and noodles are soaked overnight for quick boiling. Many new dishes are just something else with 1 or 2 additives. For instance, at many places sesame chicken is just orange chicken with sesame seeds and a bit of sesame oil added. The method of cooking also lends to this. They don't use traditional stoves, they most of the time use woks, which run massive flames and get very hot very fast. Everything is thrown together in the wok and heated very quickly. As a personal aside, I could hear the customers order from the kitchen, and one of my favorite things to do was serve someone their order before they even finished paying for it. If a dish took me more than a minute, I was cooking slow, more than a minute and a half, and everything would burn. It all lends itself to being as fast as possible. Because they wok, not run, huge menus often involve clever combinations of a small number of ingredients. Sauces are often pre-made as well. No matter how big an order is, my local Chinese restaurant, when you phone an order in, they always say it will be ready in 10 minutes. Lots of restaurants are like this. Indian restaurants with lots of curry options often have a base or 2 on hand in massive quantities and make a few additions to get to specific menu items. Any restaurant serving a lot of rice had a vat of cooked rice on hand at all times. This makes it quick and efficient and hopefully economical. Basically, they only put things on the menu that they can cook efficiently. There are lots of dishes from all over China that we almost never see in restaurants because they require long pre-planning and aren't popular enough to make it worth the work. But for example, fried rice is really quick to make if you already have all of the ingredients chopped and ready. The rice is cold, and you have a 100,000 BTU professional wok burner with foot pedal controls. Anything fried you can get ready beforehand and just drop into the wok and fish out a minute later, and so forth. Competence. I used to order delivery from a Chinese place that made Tex-Mex. The food would arrive at my door in 10 minutes. When they changed ownership to people from a different country, I would place an order for pickup and in 45 minutes it wouldn't be ready. The prices were higher and the food wasn't as good. Restaurant had 3x as many employees. Before, it was only 1 person cooking, 1 person doing deliveries, and 1 person at the counter. A lot of prep work, a lot of pre-made items. Cooking single portions in a wok on a very high heat, much more than we get in a domestic kitchen, and a lot of skill to manage it all. Watch TikToks of Chinese takeaways. Many dishes have ingredients that have been made or prepped already. Overnight rice, pre-cooked noodles, veg and proteins cut and prepped, sometimes cooked and reheated. I'd like to know why Chinese restaurants are so expensive. Cheap Chinese food doesn't seem to exist anymore, at least not where I live. Last time I had Chinese takeout it was close to 60. For noodles, rice and chicken. Hot. Prep takes almost all of the time when cooking food with a wok. Once the prep is done, it's possible to cook some dishes in seconds. I just saw a post saying the same thing from a different account. Lots of meal prep, fast cooking methods, and some good old Chinese work ethic. They are not starting from scratch. A lot of things are chopped and seasoned ahead of time, then just thrown together on the heat. I also assume that rice is just always cooking and ready.